My name is Sarah, and I'm 21 years old. You could say I'm a writer by trade. I have an older brother named Dave, who's 30. He graduated from college and now works for a large company. Our parents died in a car accident when I was in junior high, which led to me becoming depressed and withdrawing from the world. As a result, I couldn't attend high school. However, with medical treatment and my brother's support, I've improved a lot. When our parents passed away, my brother had just started his job. Despite the challenges, he took great care of me and managed all the household responsibilities. I started to help out by cleaning and cooking, gradually returning to a normal life. Now, we live together in the house our parents left us. Since I work from home, I take care of most of the cooking and shopping. Going out for groceries and other errands gives me a nice change of pace. I enjoy cooking, creating menus, and following recipes precisely, so I've become quite good at it. When I was shut in, Dave bought me a laptop and encouraged me to explore the world I didn't know yet. I started exploring all sorts of worlds on the internet, wanting to visit the places I saw in online photos and videos, whether from video sharing sites or message boards. Sometimes Dave would take me, and other times I'd venture out on my own. Without Dave's support, I might still be shut in. Eventually, I learned about the concept of working from home. Bit by bit, I started working, which led to more opportunities to go out, and I managed to return to a normal life. After our parents passed away, Dave became like a parent to me. He has this perfect balance of kindness and strictness. He was always serious about his studies, which helped him secure a job at a major company after graduating from a national university. Now, 7 years have passed, and he's been promoted to a senior position. There's been a change in Dave. He used to be shy around women, but after seeing all his friends get married, he finally started dating someone he met through a friend. 2 years later, she proposed, and they decided to get married. One day, Dave told me there was someone he wanted me to meet and invited me to dinner at a traditional American-style restaurant. A bit shyly, he introduced me to the woman who would become my sister-in-law. She graduated from the same university as Dave and is 2 years younger. She works at a major food company and has wavy, shoulder-length hair that gives her a mature appearance. Nice to meet you. I'm his sister, Sarah. Please take good care of my brother. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Anne. You're such a cute sister. I've always wanted a sister, so I'm really happy you're going to be my sister-in-law. Her makeup was quite strong, but she had the air of a lovely woman. Then she started asking me about myself. Dave graduated from a good university, so Sarah, you must have gone to a decent college too, right? My brother answered for me. Actually, Sarah didn't go to college. When our parents passed away, she was in her 3rd year of middle school and struggled with mental health issues. It took her some time to recover, but she's living a normal life now. What? Sick in middle school? So you didn't attend high school either? Anne seemed quite surprised and pressed further. I felt I needed to add to my brother's explanation since it was about me. Yes, that's right. My illness caused a lot of trouble for my brother, but he supported me through it all. I owe him so much. I see. That's interesting. My brother might seem a bit older than his years because of everything he's been through, but he has a wonderful personality. Please look beyond just his appearance. What are you saying, you rascal? I tried to lighten the mood with a joke since the conversation had become a bit heavy, but Anne didn't laugh. At that moment, I thought her serious demeanor was due to being touched by what my brother had done for me. From what my brother shared, Anne's parents both graduated from prestigious universities, and her entire family has a strong academic background. They all excelled in their studies and have landed impressive jobs, including doctors and lawyers. Anne's father is an executive at a major publishing house, and her mother is the president of the local women's association. Hearing this made me realize my brother was marrying into an extraordinary family. Despite his busy work schedule, Dave was diligently preparing for the wedding. Seeing him so happy, I did everything I could to help. One day, I received a call from an unknown number. Although I was a bit nervous to answer, the caller ID showed it was legitimate, so I picked up. May I ask who's calling? Sarah, this is Jessica, Anne's mother, the caller said. To my surprise, it was Jessica, who would soon be my mother-in-law. What can I do for you? I asked, my heart racing. She replied, Anne mentioned the other day that you didn't attend high school and that your highest level of education is middle school. Is that true? Uncertain of her intent, I answered honestly, yes. After our parents' accident, I struggled with mental health issues for a long time, which is why I didn't attend high school. I understand your situation, but it's a fact that you're a middle school graduate, correct? Yes, that's correct. Well, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider not attending Dave and Anne's wedding? Actually, I'd prefer if you didn't come at all. What do you mean? I was taken aback by such an unexpected request. Dave and Anne both graduated from top universities, and my husband and I did too. All of our relatives have college degrees as well. Yes, and honestly, you're a bit slow on the uptake, aren't you? Just like a middle school graduate. Sigh. With a sigh, Jessica continued, as I mentioned, our family is composed of high achievers. College graduates are just the beginning. Many of us are executives in major corporations, doctors, and lawyers. We have people of significant status attending the wedding. I was starting to grasp the full extent of her implication. So, you don't want a middle school graduate like me attending such an event. In fact, you want me to stay away. But I am Dave's sister and his only family. I can just not attend. Even so, please don't come. How can we introduce you to our relatives without feeling embarrassed? Do you understand? I've conveyed our wishes. How utterly rude. I hung up the phone, trembling with anger. It was clear that their parents had an obsession with appearances and social status, making me, a middle school graduate, an embarrassment to them. I've never been ashamed of my life, nor do I believe I deserve ridicule. But could my presence make my brother unhappy? If stepping back would ensure his happiness and a bright future, then I would consider it. I've caused him so much trouble already, and I want him to be happy more than anything. Yet being rejected for who I am is something I can't accept. My thoughts were in turmoil. I discussed the situation with my brother. He reassured me, "Don't worry. You're my sister and my only family. Attend my wedding with confidence. I'll stand by you no matter what. But if my presence causes you trouble, I'm willing to stay away," I said. "That won't be a problem. You're my only sister. It would be disgraceful for a brother not to protect his sister," he replied. "Dave, thank you." His words gave me strength, and I decided to attend the wedding with renewed resolve. On the day of the wedding, when my uncle, the family representative, introduced me, Anne's parents gave me disapproving looks. My brother seemed to notice their reaction too. At the reception, our seating was placed at the very back, facing the head table. I wonder if they had forgotten to arrange a seat for me, but there it was. As I sat down, I could feel the sharp, uncomfortable glances, particularly from Jessica, my future mother-in-law. She approached me and said, "Why are you here? Didn't I make it clear that your presence would bring shame to our family?" "I am his biological sister and have every right to be here," I replied firmly. Jessica responded with disdain. Such audacity from a middle school graduate. "You'll remember this." With those cutting words, she walked away. Then, the bride and groom made their entrance. I couldn't help but smile at Dave, who looked so different from usual. Anne was sparkling and dressed beautifully. As the initial greetings concluded, Jessica stood up and approached the MC. Taking the microphone, she announced loudly, "All of our family members are college graduates with esteemed careers. We believe Dave is a good match for our family, but there's one issue." She paused for effect before continuing, "It's his sister, a middle school graduate. She is an embarrassment to our family. We request that the groom disown her. If that isn't possible, the marriage cannot proceed." A murmur ran through the room, but Jessica turned to Dave and demanded, "Can you promise here and now to disown this shameful middle school graduate sister and join our distinguished family?" Anne and her father nodded in agreement, as if it were an expected outcome. She handed the microphone to Dave with a look of triumph. Taking a deep breath, Dave spoke, "Yes, my sister didn't finish high school, but she's my only family. I can't disown her. To everyone here, I apologize, but I must call off this wedding and sever ties with this family. That's my decision." With that, Dave slammed the microphone down on the table, making a clear statement. He walked over to me with a relieved smile, as though a great burden had been lifted. "Sarah, I'm sorry for putting you through this. We don't need to stay here. Let's go home." I later learned from the attending relatives that the wedding reception was abruptly canceled after my brother, the groom, walked out and began to cry, and her parents faced criticism from other family members. They ended up apologizing profusely and even had to return the wedding gifts they had received. Sometime after the event, our uncle called my brother. He mentioned that while Dave's actions at the reception weren't ideal, had the situation continued, he would have had to disown him. Anne's family offered to cover all the costs of the ceremony and provide a substantial compensation, but my brother declined. He stated that he valued a sincere apology to his sister far more than any monetary settlement. After a while, a meeting was arranged at our home to address the fallout. I was determined to show Anne's parents just how mistaken they were about me. During the meeting, Anne's parents arrived with a gift and some money as an apology for the inconvenience, expressing regret for their behavior at the reception. However, their apology felt insincere, as if they were merely going through the motions. Jessica, my former mother-in-law, made it clear that she had no regrets, stating, "We should have done a thorough background check. That would have avoided this whole situation." Her husband, Ethan, added, "Dave should have told us everything about his sister from the beginning. That way, this wouldn't have happened." Fuming, I moved forward with my plan. "Ethan, you work at Rainbow Publishing, right?" He gave me a disdainful look and responded, "Yes, I'm a director there." "What of it?" "I've been working with Rainbow Publishing, but I've decided to terminate my contract with a company linked to you." "Is that supposed to bother me? There are plenty of other writers. Your departure won't make a difference." "Noted. I'll end my contract immediately and will be signing with your competitor." "Feel free," he said with a dismissive air. Ignoring his bravado, I called my editor at Rainbow Publishing and informed them of my decision to terminate the contract. They were taken aback, but I made my point and hung up. Then, I reached out to the rival company to finalize a new contract. Even after the call, Ethan remained seated with a smug expression while my brother looked around, bewildered by the unfolding drama. Eventually, Ethan's phone rang. "Hello, yes, this is Ethan." "What? The CEO is on the line? What do you mean?" His face turned ashen as he whispered into the phone. After hanging up, he turned to me, his tone much more subdued, and asked, You're the popular author M. Rowling, aren't you?" "Yes, M. Rowling is my pen name for light novels." "Why do you ask?" "My CEO just informed me that our star author is canceling the contract because of me. He said it's my responsibility and that I might face demotion." "Didn't you just say it was fine?" I replied calmly. "Aren't you the elite? Why would you be embarrassed by someone like me, a mere middle school graduate? I beg you, please reconsider the cancellation." "I'm truly sorry," Ethan pleaded, his demeanor having shifted drastically. Seeing her father's sudden change, Anne asked in disbelief, "Why are you groveling to a middle school graduate like her? She's the flagship author of our publishing house. If she leaves, the damage to our company would be enormous. The CEO said I'm responsible and I could face demotion." "Really? If that happens, we'll be too embarrassed to face our relatives. Please do something." Anne and her parents were in a state of panic, arguing among themselves. "Please reconsider." "No," I said firmly. "The decision is final. Please leave." My brother supported my stance and added, "If that's settled, would you mind leaving now?" My brother and I watched with satisfaction as the three of them left our home, their shoulders slumped in defeat. Once they were gone, Dave turned to me, looking surprised. "So you're a popular author? I had no idea." "I've been using a pen name," I explained with a hint of pride. "I posted a story online last year, and it became quite popular. Rainbow Publishing reached out to me for a contract, and I've been making a good amount of money from it." His smile broadened, and it felt like the first time in a long while that I'd seen him so genuinely happy. With that, the broken engagement was entirely behind us. Anne has been searching for a new partner, but the scandal has tarnished her reputation, and no one seems interested in her. She has retreated from public life and even quit her job. Ethan, blamed for the contract cancellation, was demoted to a regular employee and eventually resigned, unable to handle the warehouse work. Jessica faced severe criticism from relatives for her actions at the reception and is no longer regarded as a reputable member of her so-called elite family. I can't help but feel a sense of justice in how things turned out. The publishing house I joined has been incredibly supportive. They even adapted my popular works into comics and are now discussing an anime adaptation. As for Dave, he has put the painful memory of the wedding behind him and is focusing on his career. I look forward to the day when a wonderful person comes into his life. For now, we're enjoying a return to peaceful days. Though I'm still busy writing light novels, I've come to appreciate that this routine brings its own kind of happiness. I'm also planning a trip with my brother, taking along portraits of our late parents to honor their memory.